more center. That looks good though. We're not losing any of our volume. All right, cool. So let's go and get this over to the other arm. And we didn't set a key. That's fine. So we go back to here. Let's get our joints, show our joints. And what we want to do is we want to select this and we want to zero this back out. No harm, no foul. Save it. Let's hide our joints because we are going to do some mirror weighting right now. And just want to grab it just like that. And then we'll do, let's see, how do you want to grab this? Ooh, I know. Let's do it like this. Let's grab this row of verts. All right, that didn't do it right. So just grab them by hand. I was trying to do like the loop. I thought if you double clicked, you can do a loop selection. I'm just gonna do it like this. And then grab these. So you want to make your selection group on both arms. And then we're going to do the shift period. And then once we do shift period, we should be able to expand on the selection. Yeah, so we have both arms selected. So let's do our shift period. That should be enough to do what we did for the weighting. Now let's do our skin mirror weights. This is fine. Mirror. All right, so now let's test our work. Go back to object mode. Save, turn on your joints again. Go here, and we want to go to our rotate gizmo. Let's check our left arm out. That looks pretty smooth. Let's turn on a wireframe. Yeah, see, it kept it. That's awesome. Well, that works. Perfect. Now we can move on to fingers and hand. The hand is going to be a little tricky. So what we're going to do is we want to do, let's do a few poses of the hand where we can be in different states. So we'll have like the fist, a point, really splay the hand out and see how that looks. So let's save again. Let's select our joints in our hand. We can go finger by finger, but yeah, we actually should go finger by finger. So we'll do this and we'll go one. Well, let's make a fist first, and then we can offset the keys so we can see each finger individually, but we can still see what the fist looks like. So let's select all of our finger joints and set a key on 0. Selecting all the metacarpal bones 2. All right, so S. And so now let's go to like frame 10, hit S again, frame 20, hit S again, frame 30, hit S again, frame 40, and then frame 50. Should be enough poses. So here, let's make a fist right quick. And don't be too concerned about how things are looking. We're going to go back and address that with the skin weights. So all right. Just posing the fingers. So pose the fingers, make a fist, or make a type of hand gesture that'll be extreme for your character. If you're using a different character, maybe it's a bipedal character or not. But let's make a fist. So right now I see that these joints are pretty long, but that's fine. Once we blend everything, it should help make the smooth the fist out. I'm gonna have to curl these fingers in more to get them to get into the palm more. So now what I'm gonna do is just tighten this up a little bit more. Okay. Try to make this as close to like a fist as possible, like that you want for your character. If you look at your fists for real, they don't really go, they're not super flat unless you make them flat. Like if you look at it right here, they're not that flat. It's like these two are up higher than these two. And if you really, are going to incorporate those metacarpals we put in there, instead of just doing a fist like this, if you're gripping in, it's going to really look like this. And I'm not talking about forcing it like this, like crazy, like kung fu style, but here's a more relaxed, and then here's a clenched fist. There has like that fall off of the fingers and stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of the pose you want to get it into. It's way more believable and natural as opposed to like when your fist is just straight up straight. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm a little quiet because I'm just posing out the hand. So take this time to pose out your hand as well. And try to get it in the best poses possible that works for your character. I didn't put any of the metacarpal stuff in there just yet. I'm just focusing on the fingers. When I get to doing the hands, I'll add a little bit more in there for that. for right now, nah. We can't add the thumb, though. So let's do that. All right, awesome. Look at your hand for reference when you're doing your pose. That also helps as well. Almost done. All right. So now what we want to do is let's set another pose. So let's go back out. Actually, let's get those metacarpals in there. So if you look at how your hand is, what happens is when you squeeze, they curve over. The pinky one curves over more than the ring finger one. But what they do is they just curve in. So you don't have to do any position work. You just have to do rotation. So let's rotate these a little bit. So it rotates in and over and over. And then this one rotates in, over, and over. And check the front and see how that looks. Okay. So on our next pose, let's go back out here. Let's spread the fingers apart. Splay. Let's splay them out a little bit. So let's move this out a little bit. Let's move this one out just a hair. All right, and now we can move the fingers out. All right. Out. Out. All right, awesome. It's going to work out well. Let's rotate these back a little bit. Get a little bit more visual area so we can see just how much I need to blend in between things. All right, cool. Looks good. Save your file. Let's see. What other poses can we do? We can do the point. Oh, I know what we can do now. Now we can actually take each